money sources for your business. And if you'd like us to cover your city and your state, make sure you drop your city and state in the comment section below so we can make sure that we cover you. Grants for the month of September. So this month we have many grants, from startup grants to competition grants to SBA grants to women-owned business grants to $50,000 in grants and grants in many states. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde. Welcome. Please subscribe to the #1 community for real estate income, grants, and credit. So if you'd like to know what these new grants are for the month of September, those that are expiring, they need to apply now. Make sure you watch the video to the end. Leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So we're going to be sharing with you new grants every month. From work from home grants, to SBA grants, to small business grants, to self-employed grants, to fast grants, to financial assistance grants, to startup grants, and much more. And we're going to be updating our calendar section on my website, AskRinde.com, where you can download September's grants list. And if you'd like to learn how to apply for grants consistently on a monthly basis for your business and not face feast or famine, and how to actually properly position your business so that you're actually recurrently getting money coming in and using grants as an income stream, make sure you join us for our grants masterclass by going to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. Number 1, Connecticut, $25,000 in grants. So after historic flooding in 3 counties in Connecticut, many businesses have actually been impacted and in some cases closed down. So Connecticut has announced a new microgrant program to help these businesses rebuild. The floods caused widespread damage in 3 counties, Fairfield, Litchfield, as well as New Haven counties. So this new microgrant program is being administered by the Women's Business Development Council, and the grants are meant to help with expenses as well as lost inventory. So this is a $5 million state fund that's being established by the DECD, and they're allowing the Women's Business Development Council to oversee the facilitation of the grant program. So to qualify and to apply for this $25,000 in grants, your business must meet the following criteria. Number 1, your business must be located in the following counties: Fairfield, Litchfield, or New Haven counties. Number 2, your business must have 100 employees or less. And finally, number 3, you must show receipts as well as photos of the damage. They actually want to make sure that you have an established need for the grant and the money, so they want to make sure that you actually show invoices as well as receipts for any damage and also expenses that you've incurred as a result of all the damage from the flooding. So the applications for this grant program opens on September 3rd. And to get more information on this $25,000 in grants, you can actually go directly to their website at ctwbdc.org. Number 2, California, San Bernardino, the Paintbrush Grant Program, $10,000 to $20,000 in grants. So San Bernardino has launched a new business facade improvement grant program called the Paintbrush Grant Program. Now this grant program gives businesses the monies that they need for facade improvements, such as awnings, canopies, brick repair, sidewalk, courtyards, etc. And the goal of this grant program is to actually enhance the store appearance. So as I've shared many times on our channel all around the country, there are many grants available for facade improvements because those are retail businesses and they're storefront businesses, and they want to make sure that they have an appearance that's appealing to be able to draw more customers in and generate more tax revenues. As the businesses actually make more money, they're paying more in taxes, so it's actually a win-win all around. So for this grant program, they actually have it broken up in 2 categories. So for businesses that were actually opened and established before March of 2020, they're entitled to actually apply for $20,000 in grants. And for businesses that were open or established after March of 2020, they can actually apply for $10,000 in grants. And to qualify and to apply for this $10,000 to $20,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number 1, you must be located in a specific area. So they've actually earmarked a list of about 10 locations that you must fit within, that's listed on their website, and you need to make sure that you check to see if your business is actually located in those areas, then you can actually qualify and apply for this grant. And finally, number 2, you must have a retail or storefront location. So this is actually not for home-based businesses or consultants, etc. You must have a physical location that you can actually give you the money for facade improvements, where you're actually going to have your physical appearance of your store enhanced, thereby drawing more customers in and making the community more appealing. So the application process for this grant program opened on August 26th. And to get more information and apply for this $10,000 to $20,000 in grants, you can actually go directly to their website at sbcity.org/paintbrush program. Number 3, Iowa, Warren County, $1,500 to $6,000 in grants. So the Warren County Economic Development Council is back at it once again with their annual grant program called the Warren County Small Business Grant Contest. So over the last few years, we've actually covered this grant and it's actually in our resource area on my website at AskRinde.com. And we've shared about this grant program that's actually a grant contest. Grant contests are actually excellent for small businesses, especially for startup businesses. And as you'll see with this grant, they actually have grants available for existing businesses as well as startups. But competition grants, such as the Warren County Small Business Grant Contest, is a great way for startups to actually learn the grant process, how to start applying for grants and make it actually a life flow of your business. As I've shared many times here on my channel, my wife and I own several businesses, some very successful and some that are actually in the startup phase. However, we've actually made grants a part of our business routine, a part of a way of doing business. And why not? Grants are free money that you don't have to pay back. So even if we make $1 million or more in some businesses, we actually have the ability to apply for grants because they were set up specifically to be able to apply for grants. And those grants are available and out there for our business as well as yours. So you might as well take advantage of it. So grant contests are a great way for you to actually learn the ropes of how to start the process of applying for grants and learning what you need to provide and learning how others in the community, those other businesses that actually maybe have been established and also who are starting up, how they're going about the process and seeing what you need to do so that you actually can make this a life flow of your business. So as I've shared, this is actually for existing businesses as well as startups, and the purpose of this grant is actually to help businesses that are looking to level up. So businesses are actually looking to enhance their business, grow to the next level, acquire new software, acquire new consultation so that they can actually expand. This is actually a competitive grant contest with 2 categories and 3 places. So for existing businesses, in first place, the grant recipient will receive $6,000. In second place, the grant recipient will receive $3,000. And in third place, the grant recipient will receive $1,500. For startup businesses, in first place, the grant recipient will receive $5,000. And in second place, the grant recipient will receive $2,500. And in third place, the grant recipient will receive $1,500. So this grant program is actually being administered by the Warren County Economic Development Council. And as I shared earlier, this is actually an annual grant. So every year, so if you don't apply this year, you can actually apply next year. If you fit the criteria and you're in that location, you can actually apply for it. So the deadline for this year to apply is August 31st. And you can get more information and apply for this grant contest by going directly to the website at wcedc.com. Number 4, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Puerto Rico, the SBA VBOC grant, $1 million in grants. So the SBA just recently announced a new $1 million expansion of its VBOC grant program. So the VBOCs are Veteran Business Outreach Centers, and these centers are actually established for veterans as well as their spouses. So this is actually for not only veterans, but military spouses who actually have businesses that they're either looking to establish or they actually have established. And the great thing about these centers is that they actually provide training as well as counseling for veterans as well as military spouses. So for this $1 million expansion, they're actually going to be focusing on organizations in 3 locations: Ohio, Pennsylvania, as well as Puerto Rico. And the services these centers are going to be providing to military spouses as well as veterans in these locations include business planning, assistance in accessing capital, which is very big when it comes to business, marketing and outreach, as well as government contract guidance. This can actually be a game changer for some of these businesses because they can actually go after government contracts as well as grants, and a combination of the two. So to qualify to apply for these grants, you must be a veteran owner, at least 51%. And the program for the SBA $1 million VBOC grant program launches on September 1st. So if you'd like to get more information and tap into these organizations and these locations and see how your business can access the capital, you can actually go directly to the website at sba.gov/VBOC. Number 5, Alabama, Birmingham, the 7 Future Forward Grant Cycle. $50,000 in grants. So the Penny Foundation is hosting the 7th Future Forward Grant Cycle. So this grant program and this grant cycle provides opportunity for small businesses to access resources from organizations and businesses that are well established. So they can actually take them from where they are and help them to be able to level up, help them to be able to get access to not only capital, but also knowledge and also network where they actually really crucially use it for their business. So the focus on this grant program is on micro businesses as well as entrepreneurs. So these grants are actually going to be targeting 18 businesses with $2,500 in grants each. Now the grants can be used for operating expenses such as rent, utilities, etc. Businesses that have actually seen loss because they don't have business and they've actually taken a shave in their income, you can actually use this grant to be able to replenish those losses. So this is actually a great program, and many times you don't see grants that are available now just for operating expenses. They actually want you to establish need other than operating expenses. So this is actually a good opportunity for you to actually take advantage of if you fit the criteria. So the Penny Foundation is actually another great source in helping small businesses. So to date, they've awarded over $96,000 and they've impacted over 83 businesses. So to qualify to apply for these $2,500 in grants, you actually must meet the following criteria. Number one, you must be willing to share your story. They actually want to see your story. They want to see how far you've come and where you're going. And you have to share that either via written format or video format. Now we actually show you how to actually shoot your video to be able to get grants in our grants masterclass, which you can actually find at AskRinde.com. In addition to that, number two, they actually want to make sure that you're located in Birmingham. So you actually need to be a local business in order to apply for this, because they're actually looking to actually grow the current demographic in that location. So the deadline to apply for this $2,500 in grants is August 31st. You can get more information and apply for this grant by going directly to that website at pennyfoundation.org. Number 6, Connecticut, Waterberry. The Waterberry Small Business Grant Program. $2,500 to $10,000 in grants. So the Women's Business Development Council is administering the new Waterberry Small Business Grant Program, which is actually a rolling grant. So we've talked about rolling grants and renewable grants here on my channel over the last few years. And a rolling grant is a great source to tap into because they're recurring. So they are not just a one-time thing. They're actually coming in on an annual basis, and in some cases on a monthly basis, if you know actually have to find and tap into those grant sources, which we do. So for this grant program, the applications are actually reviewed every 15th of the month on a rolling basis until the funds run out. So there are some grants that actually have millions of dollars in funding, and they just keep rolling out and giving out the money on a monthly basis, and in some cases on a quarterly basis. So for this grant, they actually review applications every 15th of the month, and they intake applications, review, and they also administer the grant throughout the entire process until the funds run out. So for this grant program, they're actually going to be giving out the grants to businesses that have clearly defined projects and actually are focusing on income as well as profitability. So in some cases, you need to make sure that your business has a clear vision on what you're actually working towards. You don't want the money just to say, I need the money to pay bills, because you can actually get more money when you clearly define where your business is going, when you clearly define how to actually work grants and how to actually convey what your vision is, where your goals are, what your impact is going to be, so that people can see that and also help you by giving you money that can actually catapult you to where you need to be. Now, one key criteria for this grant is that the grant cannot be used for expenses. So this is actually what I was sharing earlier, and that is some grants actually want you to use the grants for developing the business, growing the business, making an impact. They don't want to actually give you the grants just to maintain and recover losses. So you have to know where to go. There are some grants you can go for that are revenue loss-based grants. There are others that actually are meant to help you grow based on your impact and your project. This is one of them. So to qualify to apply for this $2,500 to $10,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number one, you must be located in Waterberry. Number two, you must be registered in Connecticut. Number three, you must have annual revenues between $25,000 and $2 million in revenue. And finally, number four, you must have been in business for at least 1 year. So as I shared, this is actually a rolling grant, recurring in a rolling grant until the funds run out. If you'd like to apply for this $2,500 to $10,000 in grants, if you fit this criteria, you can actually go directly to the Women's Business Development Council's website at ctwbdc.org. Number 7, the PepsiCo Juntas Crecimos Grant Program, $10,000 in grants. So PepsiCo has established a $50 million small business grant program, and part of this grant program is the PepsiCo Juntos Crecimos Grant Program. So PepsiCo has established a $50 million small business support program, and underneath this program is the PepsiCo's Crecimos Grant Program. So the focus of this grant program is on giving 20 grants of $10,000 each to small businesses in the food and beverage industry. And aside from the money in the grants, these small businesses get access to resources that can help them grow as well as expand their business. So they get access to the GFA Business Accelerator and Boost Camp. They also get access to the Digital and Delivery Program, as well as a 5-week one-on-one consultation that they can actually use to scale up and grow their businesses. So to qualify to apply for this $10,000 in grants, you must meet the following criteria. Number one, you must be a legal resident in the U.S. Number two, you must be a for-profit business. Number three, you must be a woman-owned food and beverage company. Number four, you will need to be able to demonstrate the need for the funds. So you actually have to show why you need the funds and how you need the funds and how you will use them. They're very important. They're not going to just give the money out to anyone. They want to show why you really crucially need it. And you may have to actually show background of why you really need the funds. And number 5, you must join a virtual coaching program. So this is not just giving you the money. They want to make sure that you're also nurturing and getting the coaching that you need to expand your business and actually become impactful in the community and also in the food and beverage industry. So the deadline to apply for this $10,000 in grants is September 27th at 6 p.m. If you'd like to get more information and apply for this grant, you can actually go directly to the website at helloalice.com/grants/PepsiCo-Juntas-Crecimos-Grant-Program. So these are just a few of the grants for the month of September. We couldn't include all the grants as we try not to keep the videos too long. But if you'd like us to cover your city and your state, make sure you drop your city and your state in the comment section below so we can make sure that we cover you. And also, as I shared earlier, our Grants Masterclass is still open. You can actually get access to that Grants Masterclass to help you understand how to level up, how to actually keep your business consistent. It's not just about struggling to actually get sales and strategies on how to get sales for your business. You can actually also use grants as an income stream coming into your business consistently if you know how to actually rinse and repeat and get grants consistently. And we show you how to do that in our Grants Masterclass. So if you'd like to get access to that, feel free to go to my website at AskRinde.com, click on Grants, and get started today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me anytime. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.